Okay, we've got our FXR heads here. So I'm going to take these apart. See how much wear it is. Stand over there. Get you some room to look at stuff. There's a big parts in the way around here.
Standard, right?
Yeah. Problem's the hammer's in the way. The hammer needs to be over here. Now we got more room.
Exactly. Under a bit of pressure there.
Well, it's got way of the head in here. And it jams it right in there. It wouldn't come out either. Release the tension. So don't get your finger stuck between the valve spring and the side of the head when you disengage it with a power tool. Someone said I'm always getting injured when I work. Yeah, not normal. Appears to be straight. Clearance isn't too bad. It's definitely full of puke in there though, but have to blast all the muck off here to see how much wear is in the valve face. It's got a little bit of wear, but not too bad. So more stuff to re-clean now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it hurts. Which head are we on anyway? Front head. Appears to be straight. A little bit of burrs on the keeper groove there. Good amount of carbon buildup already. For 2,000 supposedly miles on it. You keeping the valve seals?
I don't know.
Well, if you leave them on there, you don't have to replace them. Unless you want to. Didn't want to come off. Came off. Set the intake. See what it does, it puts a burr right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's my mark.
Right.
Okay, so this has to be cleaned up again, then we got to drill this out and get this thing out of here. Appears you got some oil in this. These are all stock springs and stuff in here too. Appears to be straight. This one has more wear than the other one. That valve's got way more than 2,000 miles on it. A lot of carbon buildup. Good. Loose, but not very loose. A lot of heat buildup though. Is that old heat or new heat? doesn't want to come off the good. Appears to be tight. Till you get to the top, then it's loose. So intake goes on that one. Looks like a lot of that muck cleaned off when you cleaned it.
Yeah.
Look, it got nice and black.
Red black.
That was a lot of stuff came off. See, that was really thick in there. Alright, go get these cleaned up and then we'll be back. Okay, just got to clean up the one cylinder here. Got to scrape off all the head gasket material. And the paper ass base gaskets down there, which are always a pain in the ass to get off. These ones actually came off halfway decently. They're not baked on, they're like diamonds. So they come off semi-good. So basically you got a scraping tool. Buddy's auto parts store, and you resharpen them all the time. Then I got my super scraper, which comes from Goodson. These used to be pretty cheap. The last time I looked, I think they're like 50, 60 bucks a piece now. They're still worth it, but they're expensive. So this one here, you want to keep this really sharp. Keep your angle down like this. If you get too blunt, it won't cut. You get too sharp, it don't work. It just dulls out. So this is supposed to get underneath the gasket and cut it. You don't want to dig into the part though. So you use kind of a rotating angle as you're pushing on it really hard. And if you're lucky, you can just go get it lined up and just push real hard. It'll pop up like that. Scrape off the excess. So these ones aren't too bad on there, but you do have to just come off. So you can get a straight shot and just give it a big push. Maybe it'll come off as a unit. This one's not. So you go back to twisting and scraping. You find yourself starting to scrape the base material up, and then it's time to go back and resharpen your cutter. Whatever you do, never get in front of that damn thing. It'll make you bleed. So this one comes off fairly easy. That's about as best to get for gaskets and paper. And even though you can see these marks here, you don't really feel them. They're there, but they're not very deep. Now, if you use one of those buffing things, it destroys the surface and it'll never seal. It'll be all uneven. It just kills the part. You don't have to machine it back flat. If you use stock gaskets, you just got to get up underneath them and pull them off. It's a steel segment gasket, so you got steel in the middle. And you got soft graphite material on the outside edge, which looks like it's a lot of work, but it actually comes off pretty easy. It's pretty soft stuff, so it just breaks up. Alright, get off most of it like that. And you come up with your super scraper, which is just a big piece of carbide cut square. It will not cut a gasket, but it will push it off like a bulldozer. But it scrapes right down the bare metal. If you push hard enough, it'll scrape the bare metal too a little bit. It'll actually shave off the high spots. And try not to do that, it's not good. And don't bang into your steel dowels, you'll chip it. And you destroy the cutter after that. And there you go, nice smooth surface. And this side's clean too. Right, that's how you do it. Back for machining.